What would change for you if prescription prices were cut in half and you could buy medications directly from the manufacturer?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster. Today we're looking at TrumpRx, a government-run website slated for 2026 that promises discounted direct-from-manufacturer access to prescription drugs, along with a broader plan to tie U.S. prices to those in other wealthy nations.
I'm Alara Sky. You'll hear what TrumpRx is designed to do, why Pfizer signed on as the first partner, how most favored nation pricing fits in, and where analysts see benefits and limits. We'll also outline practical steps from the article on how you can reduce your reliance on prescriptions by restoring cellular energy.
Prescription drugs in the U.S. are expensive, about 2.78 times higher than in other developed countries, and more than 3.22 times higher for many brand-name products. That gap forces hard choices for millions, locking you into a system where access often depends on what you can afford, not what you need.
TrumpRx is presented as a direct-to-consumer portal that bypasses insurers, pharmacy benefit managers, and wholesalers. Pfizer is the first major partner, pledging many drugs at up to 50% off list and committing to match prices in other wealthy countries. The company also plans a $70 billion expansion of U.S. manufacturing, aided by a 3-year exemption from certain import tariffs.
The policy backbone is a May 11, 2025 executive order that reinstates most favored nations pricing, requiring drug makers to charge Americans no more than the lowest adjusted international price in peer markets. The order targets high-cost Medicare Part B drugs and revives a rule once projected to save $87.8 billion over 7 years. Bipartisan momentum exists, with a Senate proposal to penalize companies that sell drugs in the U.S. above Canadian, German, Japanese, or similar benchmarks.
The website itself is a bridge, not a pharmacy. It connects you to manufacturer sales channels rather than filling or shipping prescriptions directly. That could help if you're uninsured or underinsured and paying cash, but experts note, insured Americans, roughly 92% of the population, may not always see lower costs than their plan's negotiated rates. Even large discounts may leave some specialty drugs expensive. A 40% cut on a $6,000 monthly list price still lands around $3,600.
Industry groups warn of ripple effects. If U.S. prices fall to international lows, companies might raise prices abroad or limit supply in strictly controlled markets. The administration's position is that parity is overdue after decades of Americans paying the highest prices. Beyond consumer savings, the plan aims to cut national prescription spending by half and reinvest $500 billion to reshore research and manufacturing.
Another piece is direct access for people in financial distress. The initiative describes pathways for uninsured or struggling Americans to buy at reduced prices or receive medications free through manufacturer programs. Analysts also highlight long-standing international disparities, instances where U.S.-made drugs were sold overseas near packaging cost, arguing that standardized global pricing could end the pattern of Americans subsidizing other markets.
If you're weighing how this affects you, the clearest near-term gains flow to those paying cash. The portal could surface lower manufacturer prices and patient assistance options in one place. If you're insured, the value depends on your plan's negotiated rates and the specific drugs you use. The stated launch target is 2026, and the broader pricing policy aims to curb annual hikes and simplify access.
The article goes further, arguing that the most reliable way to lower long-term medication costs is to reduce your need for them by repairing cellular energy production. The first step is mitochondrial support. Avoid seed oils high in linoleic acid. Eat sufficient carbohydrates, around 250 grams per day for most adults. And choose traditional fats like tallow, ghee, or grass-fed butter. The guidance is to avoid all nuts and seeds due to linoleic acid content.
Next, eliminate ultra-processed foods that disrupt cellular function, especially those made with seed oils, additives, and preservatives. If your gut is compromised, start with easy-to-digest carbohydrates such as fruit and white rice before working in higher fiber choices. Each real, unprocessed meal is positioned as a lever for steadier energy and less symptom-driven drug use.
Then address inflammation and oxidative stress. The article advises avoiding alcohol entirely, limiting foods containing seed oils and phosphate, and getting regular sunlight, morning or midday once you've avoided linoleic acid for at least 6 months, to support energy production and circadian alignment. It also mentions pharmaceutical-grade methylene blue at a low daily dose of 5 milligrams to support energy production and lower reductive stress.
Gut repair is framed as essential for hormone balance. An inflamed gut raises endotoxin load, strains your liver, and disrupts insulin, thyroid, and progesterone signaling. If your digestion is inflamed, stick with fruit and white rice until symptoms calm, then reintroduce complex carbohydrates as tolerance improves.
Finally, build metabolic resilience. As energy production recovers, you tolerate stressors better. The article emphasizes sleeping deeply, walking outdoors daily, and practicing resistance training to maintain muscle mass. The claim is that steady gains here reduce long-term dependence on prescriptions and increase confidence in maintaining health through daily habits.
Common questions are addressed directly. TrumpRx is described as a government-run portal launching in 2026 to connect you with discounted manufacturer-direct medications. Pfizer's participation includes up to 50% discounts. The site executes the May 2025 Executive Order's Most Favored Nation policy by linking you to direct channels rather than insurers or pharmacy benefit managers. The broader plan targets a 50% reduction in national drug spending, with significant reinvestment to build U.S. production capacity and reduce reliance on foreign supply chains. Those paying out of pocket stand to benefit most, while many insured patients may see less change because their plans already secure lower prices.
If you want a practical next step, start with a personal audit. List every product in your kitchen made with seed oils and replace them with tallow, ghee, or grass-fed butter. Set a daily carbohydrate target that fits the article's guidance. And schedule consistent morning sunlight this week. Track how you feel across digestion, energy, and sleep as you implement these changes.
Here's your challenge. Identify one prescription you rely on and one food pattern that sustains that dependency. Then replace every seed oil source in your meals for the next 14 days while meeting your daily carbohydrate target and getting morning sunlight. Reassess your symptoms and discuss any changes with your clinician. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.